I'm going to show you how to deduct a percentage from a value in Delphi. Okay, so the input is going to be in edit box. Then processing will be done under a button, and output can be in a label. I want a decimal value, that's why I chose edit box. I'm not going to enter decimal value, but if the user can, if the user wants to add a decimal value, you can do that. Let's call this one deduct, because we're going to deduct the value, and let's make that one 0. I need some variables. This one are costs. It's going to be a real variable. The other one is the amount that we want to deduct. So let's make that deduct. Okay. Then when I click on this button, I want to capture the value from the edit box, and I want to put it into our costs. So I'm going to say edit 1 text. Okay, the text is string. This is real, so we need to convert that. So then I need to go from a string to a float. String to float. Okay, so now it's captured into our costs, and now we can do our calculation. Our deduct is equals to, let's say, our cost times, let's say we want to deduct 15% from the value. So 0.85. So I'm going to deduct 15%. I'm going to multiply by 0.85. There's a longer calculation for this. Let's say times the cost. Not times the cost, minus the cost. Cost minus the cost times, I think it's times 5 divided by 100. Okay, I don't use that. I will just say multiply it with 0.85. Okay, then I will deduct 15%. If I want to add 15%, I would change this to 1.15. That will add 15%. If I want to add 10%, I would say add the whole amount plus another 10%. If I want to add, but now we want to deduct. So it's going to be 0. So I want basically 85% from that whole amount. Okay, percentage is out of 100, so I want to use 85% because I'm giving a 15% deduction on my amount. So if you're in a shop and they say it's 15% discount, you can basically take that amount, multiply it by 0.85, because that will be 85% off the price, and then you will get the actual cost of what you will be paying. Okay, so maybe my variable name is not the best because it's not what we are deducting, it's the actual cost that will be saved into our deduct. Basically on value with deduction. And now I want to display that in my label. Okay, so this is the real data type because there's decimal values and stuff. and the new value I want to display is our deduct. Just copy and paste it, but it's not going to work because this is a real, this is a string, so I need to convert it from a float to a string. Okay, from float to string, say put let's call it deduction. And I want to display it in a currency format. So I'm going to say float to string if, comma, if currency, comma 6,2 decimals. Okay, so I'm converting this from a float to a string. I want to display it in currency format, 6 left of the comma with 2 decimal values. Let's test it with a round number first. Let's use something like 100, because we know it's actually quite easy to calculate. 15% from 100 is 85. Okay, so let's enter the value 100. Let's deduct 15%, so it's 85 Rand. Make it 1000, it will be 850 Rand. Back 85 Rand. Just to show you, if you want to increase by 15%, say 1.15, it's the actual value plus 15%. So let's just enter the 100 again. Okay, so it will add 15%. But our example, we want to deduct 15%. So we only want 85% of the actual value, because we will only be paying 85% of the value that has been entered. If it's only 85%, we have a nice round number, like let's say 10, we're only going to be paying 8 Rand 50. Okay, so if you want to calculate the difference, you can also do that, and you can just add, take the actual value minus deduction, and that will show you your discount that you received. Okay, so show you quickly. If you want to display the discount that you received, you can say the actual discount. So discount equals to the cost that you paid minus the discount that you received. Minus the actual value with the discount. Let's put this one in a show message. Or disk. So we calculated it. Let's just put it separately. So that's the cost that we played, the cost that we entered minus the actual deduction of the actual value that we're going to pay. Show message. This is real, so we need to convert it. Just use this whole thing. Okay. Convert this thing if, but I want to display the discount that we received. Okay, so the price was 100. The actual price that we are paying is 85 Rand, and the discount amount was 15 Rand. Okay, so With this, you can actually calculate the discount that you received plus the new price that you're actually going to be paying for that item.